Hey everyone. So I just got access to the GPT Builder in my ChatGPT Plus account, and this video, I'm going to just explore it and see how it works. Um, you can see here, as you can see, I have all the chats from earlier, like before, but the interface has changed quite a bit. If I go to ChatGPT here, which is the default ChatGPT, I have access to. No, you can only select the models here. There's no need for selecting a separate model for DALI or browser or code interpreter for that matter. I think they keep on changing the name now. They're calling it analysis again. And I think with 3.5, I suppose they don't have these three things, but with GPT-4 they have these things. And interestingly, they have these plugins which was not showcased in the dev day by Sam Altman. So they have brought the plugins back, probably by a lot of people complained about it. So plugins are also there, so I'll explore that as well. So keep it here. I think that makes it very simple. There's no choice to be made. I can just ask anything, and it will figure out how to respond, which model to use. So looking forward to using this thing more. But coming back to the main thing, which is the GPT Builder. So they have this thing already in place. So I think they're just giving it added this one GPT out of the box for people to try. So I'll just go and try it out. I already opened it, but let's open this thing and I can just use it. I can tell me about your chatbot tech. What are the innovative uses of chatbot? Uh, let's do this. How do I improve my chatbot's AI? So this is something the chat that I'm having with this custom GPT. Basically, right? They can. I think it's trained on specific things. I'll be going to how it works as well. The configure section of this. But as you can see, it is giving me the answer. So and here it can have new chat about edit. Okay, let's click on edit GPT. So I'm basically landed on this page which Sam Altman showed on the dev day as well. And I think if you go here and you can click on this edit button, you can delete it. Even then you can just land here. So to explore this a bit more, anything else I should be doing, anything you'd like to change? And then the configure section, you have the name, chatbot innovator, chatbot startup assistant. Okay, this actually makes sense for us because we are a chatbot startup. This GPT is designed to assist with chatbot startup. It should engage users with insightful conversation about chatbot technology, provide support for chatbot development queries, and suggest innovative ideas too for integrating chatbot in various business sectors. Great. They have enabled all these capabilities. Code interpreter lets you GPT run code. When enabled, your GPT can analyze data. So all these actions tools it has access to, and I can even upload some text or some document that I want. I think that was also very clear. And action, that's something I wanted to explore. Um, so in actions, let your GPT retrieve information or take actions outside of ChatGPT. Okay, this might be worth learning more about. So I'll open it for later. And it has get away the data. Okay, so it has the open API specification schema. So it has information about what is the base URL for each path, what it does, and what parameter it takes, description of each of the parameters, what is the type, whether it's required or not, and basically you can see available action and authentication also. Oh, nice. You can add your API key, bearer token, custom token, and even your OAuth flow. That's pretty detailed stuff. So, and you have the privacy policy. Okay. So if I save this, so I think this is added. I can change. Okay, I think I can select only one at a time. Okay. So this can be, so this open API specification has to be complete, I suppose. Okay, I think that's interesting. Mm, let's select weather data for now, and that's pretty much it, I think. Okay, and let's update this. Mm, let's keep it to only me and confirm. And I got a link here, and that takes me to the actual conversations. Okay, so let's see how. Let me change that. Uh, let's ask it what's the what's the weather in San Francisco. I give it access to the weather API, so let's see if it is able to access that. Okay, talking to the API, some info will be sent to this. Only do this for sites we trust. It has it also has the information about what it is sending, so that's great. Allow, always allow, decline. Let's say allow. Error talking to the API. Okay, probably the API is not working. Let me open a new chat here, and what are innovative uses of chatbots. So that will actually just work as it is. So nothing new there, I suppose. Going back to explore, recently used. I don't know why there's a lock icon here, but let's create a new one completely from scratch. Hi, I'll help you build a new GPT. You can say something like make a creator who helps generate visuals for new products, or make a software engineer who helps me format my code. I think I like that. I'll just copy this. Instead of format, I'll just say helps refactor. Mm, updating GPT. I wonder what it's doing right now. And you have option to upload some files here as well. You can stop the operation. And can I switch to configure section? It is still working. Okay. Great. We are building GPT that is software engineer specialized in code refactoring. How about we name it Code Refiner? Does that work for you? Yes. Refactor this function, optimize for usability, improve my code structure, suggest better name conventions. Definitely, I want to I want to give a function which I can refactor, suggest better naming convention. Definitely, that's a very common use case for code refactoring. Definitely optimize for readability and improve code structure as well. These are very common use cases of refactoring a code base. It's generating a profile picture as well. That will be interesting to see. Okay, quite abstract. How do you like it? Would you like to make any changes? Yes. Make it more uh, like a human with glasses. So I want to have a profile picture which looks a bit more like human with glasses, so that I can trust that person. Very common mistake. Mm, because this looks like a bit more abstract. So I'm just trying to engage with it in a very natural language manner. so that to improve and see how it builds things. Definitely, this is actually a very important use case for me because refactoring is very common use case that I use on a day-to-day basis. Okay, that is much better. Now, with the is it for division or this is something? Yes, it works. Okay. What else? Fantastic. Now let's fine tune the way Code Refiner will interact with users. What kind of tone should it use when giving feedback on code? And when it encounters code it doesn't understand, should it ask for clarification or make an educated guess based on common coding practice? That's how these are really good questions. So if I, what's the first question? What kind of tone should it use when giving feedback? Should be friendly and patient in the conversation. Should ask for clarifications and doesn't understand something in the code, and also when it doesn't know what should be done to improve. And feedback, yes, let's see that. And going to go to it should ask I would definitely want it to ask for clarification instead of doing something which I don't want it to do. Um, it's like almost like, when you're working with a junior dev that they would I would rather ask I would rather have them ask me something they don't understand rather than just trying to make a guess. And definitely they should be smart enough to figure out a lot of things. They should not be asking like every single thing, like every single detail, but definitely ask something which is not clear. Code Refiner will now be friendly and patient and will ask for clarifications to ensure it provides the most accurate assistance. How would you like Code Refiner to handle different programming languages? Should it specialize in one or familiar with multiple? Let's see what's happening here. Okay, so it has added these instructions by itself, which is Code Refiner is a friendly and patient virtual software engineer dedicated to helping users improve their code. It provides suggestions for refactoring with a supportive tone, ensuring that user feels at ease during the interaction. When Code Refiner encounters code it doesn't understand or isn't sure how to improve, it asks for clarification, prioritizing clear communication to provide the most accurate assistance. It aims to educate users on best practices while adapting. Oh, this is pretty good. This is exactly the kind of thing that I'm looking for. Even these very nuanced thing that which is prioritizing clear communication. So definitely I would want a clear communication to be more important than just doing things which I don't want it to do. So coming back here, it is still keep on asking me, and I think as I'm talking to that, it is basically creating these elements which is like filling out a form, so that you don't have to fill out these forms yourself. You can just talk to it, right? So I think as I talk to it more and give it more, clues about what I exactly want, I think it will update this instruction set. For example, if I say ki, actually I don't want it to be friendly, I want it to be straightforward. So I think it should change that. Uh, but right now it's asking me very specific things. So let me ask, should it specialize one of familiar? Okay. I I want to be I want to be proficient in JavaScript, Node.js, and Python. Familiar with multiple. Yeah, this is our tech stack mostly. So I want it to be stay focused. I don't want it to generate some code out of these two languages. I just gave Node.js so that it understands that I'm working with both backend and front end JavaScript, and Python is always there. So let's see what it's doing. Hmm, does it improve this? Code Refiner is now set to be proficient in JavaScript, Node.js, and Python. It will assist with languages in a friendly and patient manner. Let's think about how Code Refiner can make the experience more engaging for users. Would you like it to provide explanations with its suggestions, or keep its advice? Would you like it to provide explanation with its suggestions, or keep it advice short to the point? Mm, should be short and point, and it should give more detailed explanation only when asked. Refactoring code in these languages. And refactoring unclear. Oh, it is changing this. The virtual proficient in JavaScript, Node.js, and Python. It assists users by offering friendly and patient advice on refactoring code in these languages. Yeah, it is doing that. And I am curious that if I copy this and save it, how it is changing. The things now changed. Codify is now give will now give brief, precise suggestions and provide detailed explanation of only upon request. Is there anything else you would like to do? I think it's good for now. Uh, Let me see how the system prompt has changed. Not a lot. One second. It is changing some things. Mm, yes, it has changed. It has changed. It is updating the instructions. That's it. I think that's what it is happening. Description name, I think the things that is changing, and this is something it generated first time, and that's pretty much it. So yeah, it's just instruction updater with this conversation. That's it. Nothing new there. So just let's come back here and improve my coding structure. Refactor this function. Let's do that. Let me get a function and come back. So I got this function from our product code base, which I'm familiar with. So let me give this function, which basically generates the answer to a question that the user asks on the chatbot using OpenAI. A lot of recursive calls here, uh, but let's see how it understands this code. Actually, not recursive call in the function, but lots of recursion happening in this chatbot. So your generate function appears to be a part of a larger system handling some form of question answering functionality. That's correct. Utilizing an AI model and a data retriever. There are a few things that we can do to improve the code. Refactor redundant code. Use early returns to simplify logic. Consolidate print statement. Instead of multiple print statement, consider logging with context, or consider or using a single print statement. Type annotations. Ensure consistent type annotation. For instance, max to type. Remove magic string. Replace strings like Q&A with constants, and configure parameters and handling. Here's a refactored version. It is doing something. It seems to be very slow, but it's pretty much doing the same thing which usually a chat GPT would do. But I think if I see here, it just makes it a bit easier. I think you can just give it instructions, and it just you can I think you can make separate GPTs to just think about doing separate tasks, um, and just a bit fine tune it to your liking. I think that's what it's more about, because at the end of the day, it is just this instructions is the only thing that is separate, different, and obviously these things as well, actions and knowledge, which I have yet to try. But okay, I think I got. Let me save this, and let me save it as a public. Confirm. And I can ask it anything I want. And you can see here this is coming here. And I can hide as well. And I guess I can show it back. Keep in sidebar. Okay. So that is how you build a new GPT. And it seems to know. Uh, let's see this. Refactor this function. Certainly, please provide me the code. That will refactor. So I had this one conversation with it, and if I refresh, okay, you can see here